Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap. Scrap from Australia. I'm just trying to find the best position so that I can share these gorgeous projects with you all. These are my guest DT projects that I have created for Natasha Scrapbookkorner on Zibbert, and I have created 4 projects altogether. I have altered this beautiful shoebox. It wasn't beautiful to start off with, it was just all white, and I had altered it the way that you see here. Inside is a beautiful tag journal. Are my first 2 projects, and then we go on to the 3rd and the 4th. It's this beautiful Victorian inspired clutch or purse wallet, as what you can call it in other ways, with the beautiful dangles from Natasha Scrapbookkorner on Zibbert's goodies, and inside that will be a beautiful bead necklace that I have altered, but because it will probably be like in 2 parts, because there's a lot going on, it probably will be 2 parts. So the box and the fabric, the tag journal will be part 1, and the beautiful clutch or purse will be in part 2. So we'll leave that one for part 2 because there's a lot to cover in this one here. I'll try and do it as quickly as I can, and if we can get it all in the one vid, it would be best, but because anything up more than 20 minutes takes really long to upload, so for me, so I'm going to try and do this within 20 minutes, hopefully the 2 of them. So what you see here is a beautiful box that I have altered for Natasha, for my guest DT project for her store, and as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm on my new camera at the moment because my old one died also. Mine not so old actually, it's a really new one, but I had problem with the zoom, so I had to go back and get this camera, and this camera autofocuses. See that? Woohoo! Really expensive, so I don't have to keep zooming in and zooming out, which is a pain in the butt. So I hope you guys can see all the beautiful details. I had so much fun playing with all these beautiful yummy goodies from Natasha's scrapbooking store, and a lot of it is from my stash also, because I actually ran out of some of the items. I really love to load and embellish my projects. I just love things really chunky and really full. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's just how I like to embellish my things. So to start off with, this box was originally just all plain white, as you guys can see there. I haven't finished the bottom off so that I can show you guys the bottom of it, and then when I finish I will cover it with another layer of fabric. But as you can see, it's just like a white, you know, the shoe box, but the lid closes really nice. It's not just a square lid that you can just remove. Actually, it's a flap that covers down, and on the side here it goes up on like a 90-degree angle. Is that 90 degree? No, at an angle. Let's just call it at an angle. And then I have covered it with beautiful satin fabric from my stash, which is this beautiful satin fabric here. It was not a fabric, it was actually recycled from a pillowcase in this beautiful soft flesh color. That's my favorite color. It's so beautiful. And then the rest of the other box, you see this toil fabric is actually from Natasha Scrapbookkorner, also from her shop. It's pretty much covered in a lot of places, so you can't really see the image, but if you go to her Zibbert shop, you'll be able to see it. So it's just covered in random areas. I didn't have quite enough, so I only covered the top, the sides, and the back. On the front side, not the sides, the sides here, a little bit on these sides here, but on the base of the box I covered with the beautiful flesh colored pillowcase colored fabric that I was able to find or recycled. And I had cut it to size and just adhered the fabric on top, and then I just went on to embellishing it with all these beautiful yummy trims and laces from my stash, as well as Natasha's Scrapbookkorner store on Zibbert. Here is a beautiful dangle trim that you can get over at Natasha's store. I had first layered that first all the way around, and I had sprayed it with my homemade coffee spray and gave it this beautiful tattered look to blend in, coordinating with my color decor. And then on top of that, I went over with this beautiful tassel trim from my stash, and then on top of that I had layered some beautiful laces from my stash in this beautiful flesh peachy pink like color. Then on top of that again, I had ran beautiful pearls from my stash also, all the way across all over the whole box, on 3 sides, except, oh yeah, on all 4 sides also, all the way across on 4 sides. And then on top of the box I had used this beautiful, it's like a gimp braid type thing that I had purchased over at Spotlight, which is one of the fabric stores we have here. Can you guys see? I think that's as much as zoom in as you can see. But it's really lovely. Pop that on all 4 sides. The wind's really picking up now, but I had actually wanted to record this outside, not in my craft room, in the natural light, so that you guys can see the natural color of how beautiful this box really is. So once I have covered all the bases of my box, the ties here is actually glued in under the fabric here, so I decided what kind of ties I wanted to do. You see, I had glued it first, and then I will cover my fabric on top. So this is just using my curtaining tool that I love to use from the curtain section. I love to use that in my projects, and I use that as a tie. And this is a beautiful applique from Natasha Zibbet store also that I had. I think all the appliques come in like a white color, and I have sprayed it with my homemade coffee spray, and it's really beautiful. This little bling dangle at the front here is from Natasha's store also, as well as this beautiful butterfly. Absolutely gorgeous. I use those as a feature here. The applique has like a heart shape, and then it has some flower sprays that go across on both sides, but I've pretty much covered it with some of these flowers, so you can't really see it, but I wanted to have it as my focal point at the front here, so that's how that is. At the top here are just my beautiful handmade flowers that I've created. This one's like a roll technique, and this one here is just from different laces and curtaining shears, as well as my handmade Aurora Borealis inspired flowers in the center there, and here also. All the sprays that you see here, this one here, these ones here and here are from Natasha's Scrapbookorner store. It has like an iridescent layer also, which didn't coordinate with my projects. I had taken that out, and I had sprayed it with coffee also to tone it down slightly. So these little sprays here are from Natasha's store. You guys see the sprays? I had chopped them up. They come like in like a whole spray, and then I chopped them up and I used them as fillers, as well as these beautiful colour lilies here also. I've sprayed them. They come with the little pearls that you see in the center of them. I'm gonna get some more because I love these, and they're great for fillers. And this one here is from Natasha's store also. Little white rose buds. That one's from Natasha. The colour lilies from Natasha. And the birdie's from Natasha, as you guys can see. Beautiful little birdie at the back here, sitting on top, nesting on my beautiful flower there, as you guys can see. Really beautiful. And some of these other sprays are just from my stash, just to use as extra fillers, because I had run out of these particular other ones. So I wish I had so much more so that I can, you know, just make it all Natasha's, but you know, that's what I have for the Guest DT projects. I use everything pretty much of all the sprays. Underneath the spray is a wedding applique from my stash that I hoard so much, but I decided to use on this project here also, and it was like a big long piece. Here is a cutout doily, and I think that's from my stash. The flower filigree here is from my stash also. And I think that's pretty much all the embellishment at the top here. The back here is a beautiful dangle trim from Natasha's store. I didn't want to trim it because I'm going to lose a lot of the dangles, so I just left it as is. And even though, you know, when you sit it down, it just drapes across like that, so it's really lovely. So I'm debating whether to cut it short or not, but if I cut it short, it's going to be like small like that. I love how the dangles are. They're just so flowery, so beautiful. Added some laces here from my stash, and just finished up the trims like I have the rest of the box. So I'll share with you guys the inside. So it will definitely be a 2-part, because it's taking, we've already used 10 minutes already. I'll be as fast as I can. So it just ties with the bow closure, and the lid opens up like that. Okay, hope I'm in frame. And isn't it beautiful, guys? It's so lovely. I'm not sure if you know, if you like VAR style, but this is what VAR loves, and I love things full on, like I keep mentioning, and I love to really load and embellish my projects. So this is my fabric tag that I had created to pop in this altered shoe box. I have made some ruching out of some curtaining fabric from my stash, and then I hot glued that on here. I ruffled it on my sewing machine on both sides. It created these ruche or ronch, as some people call it, and I just adhered them, added lace to the sides. For the lining of my box, I had used a beautiful tablecloth that I was able to pick up at a charity store, and then I had ronch or ruche, I don't know how you pronounce it, gathered up some satin fabric, also the same satin fabric from the pillowcase that I recycled in this beautiful flesh color, and adhere that all on all three sides, as you guys can see there. And then on top of that, I had used the gimp trim as I did on the box. Then on the bottom, I had used this beautiful sparkly white one, as you guys can see there, and that's just to line my box. On the features here, I have used the two beautiful flowers from my guest DT package that Natasha has sent and included. But this beautiful fabric one with the organza, and I heat set it a little bit just to give the flower more dimension, and I had sprayed it with my homemade coffee spray also. And this one here, I sprayed it ever so slightly with the coffee spray to give it a variation in color tones. So and added an applique down the bottom here. So that's my box. I'm going to try and be in 20 minutes, so I don't have to upload so long. Here's my beautiful tag fabric journal. The base of this is it's like a lightweight chipboard only that's in the shape of a tag, and it was something that I had in my stash that I didn't use from Graphic 45, and it came really handy. If you have one of those Tim Holtz dies that's in the shape of a tag, you know, it would be good for this project also. So it gave me stability for my fabric journal, or tag journal as I call it, and it's just so super gorgeous. Hope you guys can see the beautiful lovely details there. So I'm not going to go into too much details like I mentioned, because it's going to take a long time, but nearly all of the embellishments are from Natasha's store. I try to use so much and as much as that I can. The buttons from there, or the wheat sprays here. The stick pin was made from Natasha's bead caps that she sent me, from pearls that she sent me also. I think the pearls are from my stash. I think I just used the stick pin, and the little bead cap was from Natasha. The other two are just from my stash. So that's a little stick pin that I created. This flower here is from Natasha. The buttons from Natasha's store. The sprays, all these little doodad flowers, butterflies. This beautiful stinky little birdie as you see here. More wheat sprays. The wheat sprays, the flower sprays here. All these doodads. There's butterflies, the laces, everything here is all Natasha's except this little spray here is from my stash. It's just so beautiful. So lots of lovely layering here. Isn't that beautiful? I asked Margaret for that image, and she mentioned that the artist is Emil Vernon, so that's where I was able to grab the image from. And for the binding, it's just a ring closure. I used binder rings, and up here I tied lots of yummy tassels and dangles, and I just strung some more of those flowers here just to accent up here also. And I just use heaps of laces from my stash also. This lace here is from my stash, but all these, the rose trim, this scallop trim here, this ruffle trim, it's all from Natasha's store. Really beautiful, as well as this ruffle trim here. Not ruffle trim, this crochet trim, and all these little pearls are from Natasha's store also, and I used it to accent my beautiful image there. I hope you guys can really see the colors in this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And the back cover looks like this, with just two beautiful doilies and some more dangles at the back to finish it off. So here I've created a flower page, so it flips pretty much like a tag. I created a flower page with the doily that Natasha shared with me in her little rack gifts, and this is the handmade flower that I created. And the embellishments that I use from Natasha's scrapbooking store are these little leaves here, as you can see, the little doodad leaves there. And here, the acrylic ones, they're so beautiful. And I use them to fill up my flower, as well as use the maple leaves here to accent my beautiful page here also. And these laces from Natasha's store also, really beautiful. These crochet laces. And here we have a beautiful embellished page loaded with Natasha's yummy goodies. This doily that went across here is actually a dimensional doily with this flower in the center, and I have chopped it up, used the flower here as my embellishment, and then framed this picture with the rest of the little flower doily all around here. Sorry about the noise in the background. And here it was just all loaded with all the yumminess from Natasha's Scrapbookorner. Lots of doodads. All these birdies are from Natasha. Butterflies, the wheat sprays, these little leaves here. These pearls here that I've just glued on. The beautiful heart center. The colour lilies. This spray right here. These beautiful doodads, the maple leaves, the bow, everything here. As you see, the bling, this little trim here. Everything's from Natasha's scrapbooking store, except the nylon lace that I used to frame the image here. Even these laces here, these little dainty ones, are from Natasha's store also, and they're so beautiful. And I ruffled up a little bit and added it up here. Okay, so that's that page. Going on to this page, I think these are more images from Mill Vernon. I have framed the image with more laces from Natasha's store. This beautiful scallop one, and behind that is the lovely mesh one with like the ribbon braided throughout it. All these yummy doodads and flowers. This was from a spray, and I had chopped the spray up and I had added it here. So gorgeous. And then I have framed it with more doodads, more bling, more doodads from her store, my bows, the butterflies, the little pearls. I just loaded it with as much yumminess as I can from Natasha's store. So that's that page. And then this page is so beautiful up here, so we won't forget, is this little birdie just nesting up here away. The scallop lace here is from Natasha. It's the same scallop lace as this one here. And in the center I have added more pearls from Natasha's store, just to accent the flowers, framing this beautiful lady. A bling from Natasha's store, as well as a dangle here from her store, a resin flower from her store also, as well as this little spray, the bling, little beautiful leaves here, and the dangle trim also. So it's full and so yummy. I hope you guys love this. So any of the nylon lace is from my stash, and this beautiful Venice lace here is from Natasha also. It's so loaded and yummy. Okay, we go on to the third, no, the last two pages. I've lost count. I don't even know where I am. Probably the 5th and the 6th, or maybe the 7th and the 8th. Created a pocket page. I'm just going to add more images in here, or trinkets in here, for whoever's going to get this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's loaded with all yumminess around here from Natasha. This doily is from Natasha's store also, and I just flipped this part down to create a pocket, glued it in this area here. Use some pearls from my stash to accent this like the shape. The butterflies from Natasha's store, as well as these little dangles here. I've added some ring, and I was able to strung them, and they dangle like that to give extra dimension and texture. The bows from Natasha, I mean the heart, as well as this, as well as the little blings that I have used to accent the scallop lace that's from Natasha's store here. It's so beautiful, and it's a lot of love. And the last page, we have this one here, a flower from my stash, but I've accented with the bling from Natasha, the little birdie, the doodad leaves, flatback pearls from my stash, more laces. All these laces are from Natasha's store, except the nylon one here is from my stash, button from Natasha's. All these here are from Natasha's store. And that's pretty much my tag journal. I had wanted to do this within the 20 minutes, so hopefully I was able to capture the beauty of this little tag journal without rushing you guys too much. But like I said, any longer and it takes forever to upload. So that would be my beautiful tag journal that goes into this gorgeous box. And we have the lid, and then my beautiful flower arrangement at the top here. So I hope you guys like this project and you enjoy watching my vid, and I hope you love what I have done with all your yummies, Natasha. Thank you so much, and I'll be right back with part 2 to share the beautiful wallet and the bib necklace with you guys. Love you all.